Therapy Army, where are you? Let's be having you. Let's be having you, Therapy Army. Big up to everybody, man. Like and subscribe. There we go. Imran is telling me straight off the bat. It's been reported the Rain Group want a full sale. March, April time. It will happen. Nuruddin, you've been negative about it, mate. Okay. Stephen H. I panicked when I read the headline, but saw nothing online that suggested it was true. Well, the other day, Steve, if you have a look on Twitter, if you look at the Athletic, one of the guys, the Athletic journalist, asked Avram Glazer, and it's like, it's not a full sale. We are investigating the probabilities in terms, not investigating. We are, what did he say? What's the words that he used? He basically suggested in that they're looking at all options, but it's not for full sale. So it is coming from the horse's mouth. Before Imran tells me anything, it came from the horse's mouth. Avram Glazer is heard on audio by the Athletic, him saying no, it's not for full sale. It's not. He's saying that. Exactly. There we go, Usman Ferk is telling you. Big up Jarvis. Big up to everyone of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, man. Let's go, people. Let's go. Jam-packed show for you tonight. Honestly. A jam-packed show for tonight, Therapy Army. Let's be having you. Let's get some of you in here. Right? Let's be flipping having you. I've had enough. So what have we got to talk about on today's show? Obviously, we're talking about the Avram Glazer saying not looking for a full sale. He does say that. Tenhag's comments, obviously, on this supposed sale. And then we're looking at, obviously, we heard about what's said about Teamviewer. I'm suggesting this because I knew Not a Penny More was one of the biggest campaigns, online campaigns of any protest against the Glazers. Did an incredible work, Not a Penny More, and everybody was involved in Not a Penny More. Did especially with Teamviewer. And now people are trying to discredit. Fans are going, oh, well, Teamviewer are left because they looked at Manchester United and they looked at, also Formula One. Yeah, that could be true. But it's also that the idea of this public campaign on social media, the continuation of this campaign against the Glazers, especially targeting all social media networks of team viewers, might have not had an effect about them wanting to distance themselves from Manchester United. It's like people are like, oh, no, they can't. To me, it shows you weren't involved in the campaign. So obviously, this is how twisted some of you are. Some of you are trying to downplay that this might have had an effect. This might have been, but a team viewer also going to come out and go, oh, well, oh yeah, we definitely did that because of Man United fans. They're not going to come out and say that. All I know is that no company likes negativity. No company in anywhere across social media likes negative press or negativity or constantly having some people literally bad-mouthing them. That's what I know. So we're going to be talking about that as well. And big up to every one of you in the stream. And then we're also going to talk about, because now with the amount of money Man United have spent on transfers in the last couple of years, and we know that some of the transfers get paid, now people are suggesting Manchester United are £1 billion in the red. And then tonight, or this afternoon and today, we have it. Man United have a problem with cash. So we're going to be discussing that. So it's a jam-packed for you. Avram saying that he's not looking for a full sale. Tenhag on the supposed sale. We know that no company likes negativity. Did the fan base play a role in the team viewer departure? That is what we're going to be discussing, people. But I'm not allowed to have that. I'm not even though I was involved in Not a Penny More. I'm not supposed to have that point of view. I can't have that point of view, people. Ooh, because, oh, I feel feeling secure. I wasn't really involved. So now I'm going to say, oh, they left because what did the words they used? What did the words they used? Somebody please find the words what Teamviewer used about sponsoring Manchester United. Let's talk about it, people. Just because you were not involved in the campaigns, that don't mean that some of the campaigns that do not had an effect on some of these people when they're making the decision about departing from Manchester United. Of course, we're not a successful football club. We've not been winning any trophies. We've not been consistent in the Champions League. It's not just one thing. Loads of different play a part of it. Nobody can tell me, especially in 2021, what Man United did to Teamviewer on the social medias. Nobody can tell me. No other company was ever targeted as much Man United fans targeted Teamviewer because they are our main sponsor. Just because you were not involved in that lockdown 2021, what we did, what a lot of us were doing on social media, that don't mean that you can go and try to discredit fans, and that one of the factors could be that because they were sick of being hassled as well by Man United fans all across social media. Like Teamviewer are going to go, oh yeah, well we did it because of the fans. No, they're not going to come out and say that. No company's ever come out and admitted that a campaign might have been one of the factors of them, and obviously other factors as well, that they don't want to continue sponsoring Manchester United. Honestly, it's surreal. 4 or 5 things can be true at the same time, people. 4, 5, 6 different things can be true at the same time. Big up Luke Singh. Big up. I still don't trust. Yeah, I don't trust. Don't. I'm telling you not to trust anybody or anything. Don't trust anything I say. Go and research your stuff. For me, the thing about Avram Glazer, I've heard it from the horse's mouth. He's telling you, no, we're not for sale. I'm going to play it in a minute. I'll play it. I'm going to play it for you guys. So you think I'm making it up? This is what he said.
Ask you how your experience has been here. It's been great. Great game today, great game yesterday. I'm looking forward to the final. Can you give me an update of where you stand with the sale of Manchester United? It's not necessarily a sale, it's a process, and we're going forward with the process, so we'll see what happens. How many interested parties have you had so far? I'm here to really watch the World Cup, but I appreciate your interest. Just one little update just to give us a taste of how it's progressing. That's the update. The update is the process, and the process is proceeding. So what's the timetable on it? Once again, I'm here to enjoy the World Cup, but I appreciate your questions. I just asked you how your experience has been here. It's been great. Great game today, great game yesterday. I'm looking forward to the final. Can you give me an update of where you stand with the sale of Manchester United? It's not necessarily a sale, it's a process, and we're going forward with the process, so we'll see what happens. How many interested parties have you had?
Exactly. Those were his words. He said it's not actually a sale, it's a process, and we're going ahead with the process. Big up to every one of you. Sorry, my internet is a bit dodgy today. I don't know why. I don't know why, man. I don't know why nobody wants us to speak in it. Get the likes up, people. Can you guys hear me all right? Did you hear that? Did you hear that audio all right? Did you guys hear the audio all right? So that's what he said. That is what he said. Nuruddin, don't you make sense? You realize the Glazers have no money and they can't take in loans. They have to sell. I'm telling you, Avram's playing mind game. Listen, all I'm reporting here is what comes from the horse's mouth. That's all I'm doing. I'm reporting what's coming from the horse's mouth. And you heard it there. He said, it's not an absolute sale, it's a process. And obviously he's making himself out to be like he's some big football fan now. all of a sudden, Avram Glazer is gone there to watch the World Cup. He's gone there. But that's what he's saying. So when we hear words about that, they're thinking they might be selling and they're looking for investment. If you look at the details, they say they're looking at opportunities. That's what they're saying. So I have to report that. I'm sorry. I have to report that because I don't trust these bastards. You know I don't trust them. No Man United fan should ever trust the Glazers. We don't trust them. I'm sorry. Listen, Logan, he might be using whatever he's using, but I have to report it as such. I'm sorry. He is saying that. And I have to see it to believe it. I don't believe it that they're selling because it's hard for me to believe because they've had a stranglehold of this football club for 17 years. For 17 years. And the last 8 months, 9 months, it's been they're looking for investors. Until the sale goes through, I'm not going to believe anything. Get that into your head because I'm not being played. I'm not getting giddy. Sorry, I'm not. I have to be honest with you guys. It's just my nature when it comes to Man United. A lot of people were telling me, oh, don't worry, our new director of football after the 6 months is going to be Ralph Rangnick. Ralph Rangnick is going to do it. We're going to go and get the best young German talents. What? I asked people on the first day that when Ralph Rangnick was hired, I went into a space on Twitter and I asked people, what is the details? I want to see the details. Where are these details at Ralph Rangnick having 2.5-year contract as a director of football or sorting out the Manchester United football structure? Where is it? Zilch. Can you guys see me all right? Listen, you can think that. You can think that. Yes, I find it very suspicious that he's over there all of a sudden talking about the games, how great the games were, and he's looking forward to the final. Crazy. Listen, and even if they wanted to sell, you've seen the ludicrous asking price they're asking for this football club. That's not won any trophies for 5 years. That's not consistent in the Champions League. And that's £1 billion in debt. That needs another £1.5 billion in terms of infrastructure, nearly 2 billion in infrastructure. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. So when everybody's talking about this quick sale, nah, I'm not buying it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I do not see it. I don't know what you guys are smoking. I don't know what you guys are on. I don't know what you guys are reading because I've got access to the same information as you do. That it's going to be some quick sale. Nah, I don't see it. Sorry. Glazers drag out everything. They drag out everything. That's what they do. Exactly, Sachinda. Exactly, Sajinda. He's just saying it here. Exactly. But no, you're not allowed to say that, Sajinda, because you go against the grain. You're going against the grain. Well, I'm sorry about it. I'm genuinely sorry. I don't know, Neil Ashton. I don't know what's wrong with the internet. I genuinely don't know what's going on. I don't know what's with the internet, people. I apologize that it's blurry. As long as you can hear me, that's all that counts. As long as you guys can hear me, that's all that counts. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Avram Glazer hacked into your Wi-Fi, it appears. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Avram. I'm telling you now, I wouldn't put it past him. I will not put it past Avram. I won't put it past him. Let's see, maybe that's better. Is that better? Till the internet gets better, maybe we'll go a bit blurry. Not necessarily, Logan. Not necessarily. I agree with you, Nuda. But didn't Tenhag say that he was looking forward to extra investment? Surely that's a good sign. Well, that's what he's been told. I think Eric Tenhag knows much as us. I don't think he knows anything more. I genuinely don't think he knows anything more. I think he knows much as we know. We have to accept it, Luke. We have to accept it. That's good. Big up. Big up, done. The Glazers enter into your internet ruling for saying you don't believe the sale. Big up, man. Big up, Ilias. Forget the new stadium, new training ground. The roof needs a new Wi-Fi connection. Well, we need everything, don't we? We need a fucking everything. We need everything. So let me see if I can go back to video. Is it a bit better? Anything improving on video? Is that better? Is it still blurry? Are we still blurry, people? How blurry are we? Big up, man. Big up to every one of you. Tenhag, nothing. How it's been as a football club? Yeah, well. Logan says, Nuruddin, this is my opinion. They're actively seeking all options from everywhere. Well, that's what I'm saying to you. So I don't believe it's for full sale. I don't. I have to see it with my own eyes. Big up. We deserve better, man. Big up. Big up everybody, man. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. I played the audio of Avram Glazer saying, it's not for sale. They're looking at their they're looking for alternatives or whatever he said. What did he say? What's the word he used? I keep forgetting the word he used.
I didn't really watch the World Cup, but I appreciate your interest. It's been here. It's been great. Great game. Great game. Great game yesterday. Looking forward to the final. Can you give me an update on where you stand with the sale of Manchester United? It's not necessarily a sale. It's a process that we're going through.
Yeah, he said it's not necessarily a sale. It's not unnecessary a sale. That's what he's saying. That is what he's saying, people. It's not unnecessarily a sale. That's what he said. So that's what he said. Well, exactly. It is what it is. What's the overreaction? What's the overreaction, Big Rock? Talk to us. Overreaction, perhaps, to what? Let us know. Guys, am I still a bit voggy? No, it's the same. Well, let's go off here then. Let's do it like this. Should we do it like this till the internet gets a bit better? Let's explore. Let's see if we can get some Tenhag quotes. Because I really want to come to the Tenhag quotes about the sale and see what Tenhag is saying. I mean, we've had them in the show the other 2 days, but I want to really get it in. But I want to see what his quotes are saying. Big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on the video. I'm just trying to find the quotes, but bear with me, people. Bear with me. Bear with me. Manchester United. Here we go. Diego Dalot is already back at Man United training ground. Already Diego was forced off injured and Portugal defeat by Morocco, but he's already back at Manchester United. All right, big up Diego Dalot. Big up Diego Dalot. And then there's a podcast on Manchester United channel coming soon with Andreas Herrera. Ooh. Andreas Herrera. Andreas Herrera. Yeah. The internet's still a bit messed up, people. The internet's still messed up. So I'm just trying to find some of the quotes of Erik Tenhag. If any of you got better internet than me, can any of you, Logan, can you please post it if you can get it? Some of the quotes, Tenhag, if you can, Tenhag talking about the sale of Man United. Steve says, if we don't sell, good luck playing matches at Old Trafford as fans won't allow it. Well, we will see. We will see. I don't know what you can do in terms of protest these days. Can't really protest anything. Nuruddin, what do you think of Jimmy versus Chachu? Long overdue, in my opinion. Quite a genius behind Bobsy. We should never forget his role in rebuilding a great club after Munich. 100%. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it during the show, but he is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If you don't know about the role of Jimmy Murphy played in the tragedy, the horrific tragedy that defined Manchester United in the history of Manchester United, which was the Munich air crash, and how Jimmy Murphy, who didn't go actually, because it was quite weird actually. He was the Welsh manager, but also Manchester United's number 2. It was quite surreal. Really surreal. You couldn't have that now. You couldn't have somebody being Manchester United coach and also the Welsh manager. So it is what it is. Well, we will see. See, somebody will take that you saying to me, RIP to me. I'm not gone yet, Steve. They won't get rid of me that easy. FSG takeover, lol. FSG to Glazer. FSG out. Glazers fully leave out. Yeah. But can somebody, if one of you's got good internet, my internet is a bit dodgy today, but if one of you's please got better internet, can you just grab some of the quotes from Erik Tenhag regarding the sale of Manchester United? And while you're there, will you please smash a like on the video as well and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed? That would be amazing. The Glazers can't come out and say they're selling because it reduced the actual price. They wanted to run away with it. But if I put it that way, by the interview, bring people in for their price. Maybe. I think Avril Lavigne, when he said they're trying buyers to put more money, chess game, he could easily have not said anything and ran away from the report like he always does. Well, to be fair, he's always close to a reporter. Nuruddin, it's up to interested parties. They want to offer investment or buy all of them. Okay. Big up Windy. One of the Glazer siblings wants to sell. The other 2 tried to get the funding to buy them out, and it couldn't get the money. Okay. Yeah, that's the truth. FSG need Avram, Joe, friends need to leave. Wow, that's what it is, people. We need to protest and kick the Glazers out every home match day. Well, hopefully we can do that. Fans need to watch games at pubs. They will sell, guys. Don't worry, it's a process. My information is that they want only things because... Okay, so this is Erik Tenhag. Big up Logan, by the way. One of chief reporter of Man United Real Therapy. Big up Logan. So this is Erik Tenhag. So we're moving on to what Erik Tenhag has said about the supposed sale. It's really interesting because I've not heard Jurgen Klopp talking about anything about what's going on in Liverpool. basically Liverpool, 5 people have left so far, Liverpool, in terms of part of their footballing structure. 5. 4. First I said 3. I found out there was 3, then there was 4, and now there's 5 apparently. So 5 of Liverpool's backroom staff have left. So something's going on. Something's going on at Liverpool, 100%. But anyway, we'll go to Tenhag. Eric Tenhag says, my information is that it will only be a good thing because there will be more investment possible, which is good. Tenhag told reporters United training camp in Spain. He carried on then to say, we spoke about the culture we want. We spoke about the objectives, the goals, the culture. Arnold confirmed it won't change. It will even be better because we'll have more money and because more money will become available for this project, yeah. So if he's saying that worries me slightly. I'm sorry to say, but that worries me. Read between the lines. We spoke about the culture that we want. We spoke about the objectives and goals and the culture. And Richard Arnold, confirmed it won't change. It will be even better because more money will become available. So Richard Arnold is, if we're going for this big sale, people, Richard Arnold is telling Eric Tenhag that it won't change. What you on about, you absolute dimwit? If the Glazers will sell, you will be out of a job. What an absolute new owners will ever come in and look at you being one of the top directors and one of the top people on the board of Manchester United for a decade, and the club is ruined in every single way. We're £1 billion in debt. The stadium, even if it was a refurbishment, it needs £1.5 billion. If it's new, it's close to £2 billion. We need infrastructure that's going to cost about 400 grand, 300 to 400 grand. Maybe infrastructure in a training ground. We're going to need a stadium in Manchester for the women's and the youth. So you've been part of this failure, and you think you're going to stay. Please, people, read between the lines. We spoke about the culture. We spoke about the objectives, the goals and culture. And he Arnold, confirmed it won't change. It will even be better. Talk to me, people. Eric Tenhag said then, Newcastle are coming, even West Ham. Maybe not now in the table, but they have a huge investment. You can quickly count even 7 or 8 clubs that can compete in the league, he said. So this is still talking about, listen, Eric Tenhag, breaking news for Eric Tenhag. Newcastle are here. They're not coming. They are here. They've arrived. We've said it. We broke it on this channel. I told you when I went to see Newcastle play, I said to you, my match reaction after Newcastle game, I said, they're here. They have not arrived. They are already here. They're not coming. Stop thinking they're coming. They're already here. It's also about the strategy, not just money. Of course. Mr. Eric Tenhag. You see, it's not just about, it's about the strategy, not just money. But it's clear that when you don't have the right players and the quality players, you will not be successful and achieve the targets you set. Clever man, telling it as it is. Thank you so much. Big up Logan, Man United, Real Therapy journalist, mate. Doing it here, doing it, editor, doing it here. But yeah, guys, look at the quotes. Thank you so much, Logan. Big up Logan, man. Everybody, big up Logan. In that paragraph, Tenhag has thrown his players under the bus. It's not. He's just told the facts that some of them are not good enough. They're not good enough to be playing for Man United. They're not good enough if you're going to try to win trophies. We said that. We kept saying it when people are going, Ali's crap, Ali's horrendous, Ali is. We're like, the players are crap. The players are crap. And now we're getting players that are technically and tactically good on the ball. Go figure. You need good players. Fergie was the first one to tell you, you need good players to win. In the event of French winning the World Cup, Messi not lifting the trophy, we must spare a thought for those poor TV pundits who allowed the BBC pundits and allowed them to grieve. Steve, I just feel like this tournament, it's been Argentina's to lose, man. They've got one of the biggest fans in the stadium. They're getting all of the luck. And I just feel like this is the last turn for Messi. Messi's angry. Messi that's moody. Messi that's effing and blinding. Messi that majority of Argentinians can finally say he's one of us. Because for years, they just thought he is a kid, grew up in Catalonia. He's more Catalan. He's more introverted. He's more quiet. He lets his feet do the talking. Now, Messi's effing and blinding and doing all of this. Doing all sorts of madness. Cupping his hands at Van Gaal. Sorry, Louis Van Gaal. So, yeah, we have fans to do whatever it takes to kick the Glazers out. AK, trust me, we need to do more, man. Some people don't believe, man. They don't believe. We need larger numbers to do that. John Murta from Liverpool scum, Arnold scum, Judge scum, Woodward scum, all a sabotage, yeah? Well, I said it. Some people can call me a conspiracy theory for all they want. I did say it's Ed Woodward from from Liverpool. Because you can't make this up. I'm sorry, you can make 1 or 2 mistakes. You can make maybe three mistakes. You can make it for 4 years, but you can't make mistakes for 10 years. You can't. I'm sorry, but you can't. Right, people, we're gonna try and see so you can see me. If you guys can see me, let's see. Hello, hello. Am I still foggy? Newcastle are a proper club. Well, they're running a different way. The change in circumstances when you compare the Premier League with the 5 or 10 years ago, he said, the competition is much tougher. 100%. This is Eric Tenhag. Big up Logan, by the way. Chief United Real Therapy reporter, mate. United Real Therapy reporter. Tenhag then says he has not spoken to the Glazer family about the situation or talked to the BBC. Understands nothing substantive is likely to happen until the festive period is over. Woo! Get rid of Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Jones, Kompasaka, McTominay, Fred, Donny, Sancho. Well, that's your opinion, mate. I think there's some good players in there. I think Sancho is too young to be got rid of straight away. I think Donny needs to go because his time at Man United has been an absolute nightmare. I just don't see it getting any better. I really don't. What's going on here, Nuruddin? Big up, man. Big up, Zach. Exactly, man. Big up, bro. Exactly where we deserve better. Exactly. I know it. I know it's facts, but Tenhag needs to stop. Yeah, 100%. Please let me know how many likes we got on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. Sancho needs a loan. Nah, I don't know about that. Let's see how it is when he comes back. And like I said, I'm willing to be patient. I'm really willing to be patient. But yeah, so it's official, people. Teamviewer have basically said see you later to Man United. Tara Man United. They want out of it. So I want to hopefully try to get you the comments of Teamviewer and see what they're saying. Now, everybody was quick to jump on me and say, it's got nothing to do with the fans. Nothing to do with the fans, with the fans. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with the fans' protest. Nothing to do with it. It's got absolutely nothing to do with it. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's your opinion, innit? I'm not going to take every word that Teamviewer tell me, which they went to bed with the scum Glazers. They knew what type of club they were. If they didn't do their diligence, then I'm sorry. That's their fault. So, but anyway, it says here, official Manchester United and Teamviewer have reached a mutually beneficial agreement under which the Manchester United shall have the option to buy back the rights to the club shirt front sponsorship. Okay. It is what it is. So, yeah. And then people are like, some people are quick to tell me, oh, it's got nothing to do with the fans. It's got nothing to do with it. And I'm like, well, how do you know? How do you know? Because I'm telling you now, not a penny more campaign. And the biggest targeting of any campaign that I have seen is being on the bloody Teamviewer. I mean, Man United fans, every time Teamviewer posted anything, Man United was spamming the hell out of everybody. Everybody. Spamming the absolute hell out of it. I remember, let me just get it. I remember to a certain time, like I said, I put the tweet, I said, I would love to remind you what the fan base did to Teamviewer Trustpilot page in 2021. Nobody can tell that the continued interactions by fans with Teamviewer didn't affect their decision. No other fan base in the Premier had such a campaign. And I just put here today, I said, don't tell me online protest and pressure campaign don't achieve anything. Big up to everybody in the fan base who interacted with Teamviewer on the socials. If you know, you know. Because I know this was consistent. Months and months and months in 2021, month after month, day after day, week after week, there were fans, hundreds of thousands of fans both posting stuff on Teamviewer. Especially, like I said to you, go and find out what happened. Teamviewer Trustpilot page. What happened to that? Go and do some research. And then I've got people then coming out saying, posting stuff and saying, Manchester United, after our activist founder called out the company's deals. Futurist Advisor, which is just under 3% stake of Teamviewer, excoriated the company sponsored deals with Manchester United and the Mercedes one in a letter to executives calling signs of hubris and appalling judgment, giving Teamviewer's financial situation. Okay, Teamviewer are taking a hit financially. Maybe so. Maybe so. I'm here telling you, Teamviewer signed the deal that which they regret. I'm sorry to say, Teamviewer knew what they were getting into. They became Man United's main sponsor on the shirt. The main sponsor on the shirt. Right there in headline. And they're a multi-billion pound, well, I don't know how much they're worth, right? If some of you can find out in the chat, it'd be great. Let me just type it in here. How much is Teamviewer worth? Bear with me. How much is Teamviewer worth? Let me just see. Yeah, so a company's worth 2.39 billion as of December. So this is what they are. The market cap is 2.3 billion. So $2.39 billion as of December 2022. Teamviewer has a market cap of that. How much billions? This makes Teamviewer the world's 3,424 most valuable company by a market cap, according to our data. So that's the data, people. So a Teamviewer, which are worth about what, 2.5 billion, maybe, 2.5 billion, if you want to believe what that's been put out there. The negativity that the fans were giving them, and then all of a sudden they've looked at it and thought, and then what did he say? He said something about appalling. He said, what did he? He said, Teamviewer appalling judgment. They wanted to sponsor football clubs, mate. You think these decisions are made lightly? Not made lightly. They were not made lightly. I remember that I was 19th that listed the company's business associated with the Glazers. So I left bad review on most of them. Yeah, it wasn't just that. There was another campaign, Logan. It was called the Not a Penny More. There was a company that wanted to sponsor Manchester United training kit. So that was maybe around before lockdown, just after lockdown. It might have been 2021. And Manchester United fans, we went and all posted everything and told them about what type of club, what are the Glazers doing to the club. And you know what? That company is actually based in Manchester. They were like, no, thank you. They didn't. Big up Windy. Windy's here to tell me, send something different. We know nothing to do with the fan process because their users increased over 20% since they signed United. The biggest increase in the history of the company. Windy Grant, that might be so because now more people have seen that. So in terms of the fans, I'm sorry, you guys may not have not seen it. And those of you who know what I'm talking about, I can't say this out loud here on YouTube, but Man United fans did a lot of things on social media to Teamviewer. They did a lot of things to Teamviewer. And where actually it got so bad, one of their CEOs was replying and talking to United fans on Twitter. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. Because everything he posted, Man United fans were there spamming the hell out of it. Glazers out, Glazers out. What are you doing in our club? You must leave this football club. That's what they were doing. So, of course, by Man United sponsoring them, they're a global company. Of course, they're going to attract some people. But I'm telling you now, what the fans did, all I know is that no company in this world likes persistent people, group of people commenting negativity about asking them to dissociate with the Glazers. Nobody was doing that. No other football club, as far as I can say, in this country, have ever done an online campaign against their main sponsor of their football club shirt. Nobody's done that. Nobody. So I'm sorry, I disagree. I have to disagree. That has an effect. Why would one of the CEOs of Teamviewer responding to Man United fans, calling us Man U, by the way, that's what he called us. He called us Man U. CEO, let me just type it in now. Of Teamviewer responds to Manchester United fans. There we go. Thank you so much. I've even got the bloody headline here. Thank you so much. This made it into the... None of it made it into the flipping Daily Mail. It was on the Daily Hate. And it says here. It says here. It says here. Don't line the pockets. Don't line the pockets of the owners. So don't line the pockets of the Glazers. Manchester United fans bombard shirt sponsor Teamviewer with negative reviews as Trustpilot as they launch boycott campaign against the club's global partners in bid to drive out the American owners. Sorry, people. You're telling me no other shirt sponsors been targeted like that? No other shirt sponsors have ever been targeted like that. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. And you guys are telling me, oh, the fans had no play in it. No, nothing to do with it. Nah. I'm sorry. We have to disagree. We have to agree to disagree on this one. For me, all I saw is that no company likes to have thousands, and I mean thousands of fans, right? Thousands of fans to be basically doing what they're doing. Like for bombarding Teamviewer, they got bombarded. They absolutely got bombarded. And it's clear there to see. It was a Trustpilot. That's what it was. Trustpilot. It was on their Trustpilot. And I remember it was 2021 because I was doing it every single day. I was doing it on Twitter. I was doing it. So, yeah. No, 100%. No, I understand that. Listen, I understand that. The biggest thing, what I'm saying to you is that Manchester United fans doing thousands of us doing not a penny more campaign and trying to dissuade all of these sponsors from being associated with a football club has had a hand. I believe he's played because I know companies don't like thousands and thousands of people coming and spamming their bloody trust pilot. It made the news. It was on the newspapers. It was the headlines on the newspapers. I'm telling you, one of the CEO responded 100%. Those of you who know. I'm trying to find a tweet where I saw it, where he responded and called us Man U. He literally wrote MAN and then U. That's what he wrote. Crazy. That's what he wrote. Big up, Tom. How are you, Tom?
Evening.
Those 7 Hills, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good, going good.
The Steel people, yeah?
Aye, of course.
City of Steel, eh? So, Tom, I'm getting into some really interesting Twitter arguments and backs and forth. I'm saying one of the reasons why it could be, that's what I'm saying, one of the reasons, because I know no companies like thousands and thousands of fans going on all of their social media and trying to tell, being negative and saying Glazers out and saying this Teamviewer, disassociate yourself from this football club. While no other football club is doing it as much as Man United did it, especially on a Trustpilot page. When they launched that, they launched a Trustpilot page, and Man United there was thousands of us in 2021, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, now that I'm saying one of the possibilities of Teamviewer disassociating himself from Manchester United could be financial, but it could be many different reasons, and one of the things could be the fans as well. Because no fans did what Man United fans did. No, I've never heard of any football club or sports club that's ever done that. To such an extent, Tom, I don't know if you saw it, where the CEO, one of the CEOs of Teamviewer, is getting into a Twitter fight with Man United fans, calling us Man U. But anyway, give me your 2 pence. We talked about this sale and what I played the audio. I don't know if you heard the audio of
yeah.
The audio of Abraham Glazer saying
with the Athletic, yeah.
Yeah. So he's always next to a microphone, isn't it? Have we noticed
well,
that? We never hear from Joe. Never hear anything from Joe.
Well, you did that one time, didn't you? When you were at that committee meeting, but it wasn't anything to do with.
But we never,
Man United.
We never hear from him walking around, do we? We never see him walking
around.
Well,
you never see him because he's more.
Well, yeah, it is what it is. But she says, Tommy,
protect the club than Avram does anyway, out of the Glazer fan. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I was just saying that. I think, from what I understand, anyway, I think Joe's got more of a stake in the football club than Avram does anyway, in terms of the Glazer family. But
yeah,
so that's probably one of the reasons why you can't get an interview with him, or you can never get anything out of him anyway. But even out of the two of them, like when he's saying things like, "Oh, there's a process," and and people are saying stuff like it's not necessarily a sale and things like that, I think you wouldn't appoint a investment company, or you wouldn't employ the Rain Group to conduct a process inside your football club when their priority. I don't think the Rain Group would have taken a potential sale, investment, or anything of Manchester United on if they didn't know that they was going to make serious money out of it as a company. That's just what I say anyway. I don't think they would have taken the Chelsea bid on if they wouldn't have made serious money out of that. So, inevitably, I think it's not a case of like, is Avram saying, "Oh, they're looking for investors," and this they had the chance for the investment, didn't they, with Saudi Arabia and the Arabs to even be at the table and to say, like, to even negotiate. I think for the football club, I think showed that the Glazer family at that time they had a lot of the cards on the table where they could negotiate for a percentage of the club. They could negotiate some of the rights of the football club. But now, Nuruddin, they don't have that. Sponsors are pulling out. If it got that desperate, Nuruddin, they'd probably have to sell some of the naming rights of the football club. And I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but if it got that bad, and they don't sell up soon, I think I obviously we've got our little sidesman's bet, but I think if they're not selling 18 months, I think they're in serious financial difficulty and trouble. You talk about how Barcelona have been run into the ground financially by Bartomeu. You talk about what's happening over at Juventus with the corruption and the scandals and stuff inside the CEO and his directors and the board over there, where they're getting investigated by the government. Like, you look at them sort of things, and then you look at Man United. I mean, Man United were done over by the government when they allowed the Glazer family to take over anyway. So it didn't really shock you when you see what happens now. But there isn't a lot of weight, I think, to what Avram said, because why employ the Rain Group, who have all these illicit contacts around the world? They know the people with the numbers, and they know the people who can pay 6 to 7 billion, and they know the people that can't. So at the end of the day, they will have a short list of the people that can pay that sort of money, or the states or the consortiums that could potentially work together to buy Manchester United. They know the people at the end of the day. And why would you employ those people? Why would you pay them a percentage cut, even if it's an investment of the football club? Why would you pay them to find you an investor? It's like you
couldn't
pay.
find an investor themselves, though. Because
That's the thing. Yeah, they couldn't find any investor themselves, Nuruddin. Why? Because nobody wants to invest in football clubs. They want to buy. That's the difference. I'll tell you now, Avram and Joe, they're very high-level American businessmen. They could not go anywhere in America, Nuruddin, and find somebody that would invest in them. Because if they could, they would have done it already. That is one of the reasons, part and parcel, why they were scrounging around in Saudi Arabia, trying to get Saudi Arabia's investment fund to fund them £700 million for 30% of the football club, which had no rights. It was class B shares, no rights, no voting polls, no nothing. Basically, you inject £700 million into us, and we don't tell anybody where it comes from. That's basically what the Glazer family wanted to do. And when they realised that Saudi Arabia were not interested in investing, they wanted to buy the football club. At that time, they could still make money out of Manchester United. They could make money out of Manchester United and still keep a grasp of the football club. Now it's got to the point where they can't make any more money. The money's gone. They're very close to losing a lot of financial backing. They've already lost Teamviewer, front shirt sponsor. You've already lost that. You probably, if you're not careful, especially if you don't qualify for the Champions League in the next 2 years, the Adidas deal decreases in the valuation of funding that you get from Adidas. So then you either renegotiate with Adidas, or you've got another mainstream sponsor. And a lot of mainstream sponsors aren't out there at the moment. So you look at the basics of it with the Glazer family potentially wanting to sell. It's a case of two halves. You've got the half of Joe Glazer who you can never find. So you don't even know what Joe Glazer thinks. I think from Avram's side of it, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think he does want to sell. He's not going to come out and openly say that, Man United's up for sale. They're, we're on the market and all this, that, the other. They're not going to do that because they know that's just going to lower the valuation of the football club. They want people that they can negotiate with. They want this to. They wouldn't care if this dragged out 4 or 5 years, if it made sure that they got every single last penny that they wanted for this football club. They wouldn't care. They've not cared for 70, however many years they've been here, 16, 17 years. So why would they care if they dragged another 4 or 5 years out of the club? They wouldn't give a shite at the end of the day. So if you want to go down the road of that investment can't come in, but the investment is there, I think there would be people who would invest, potentially in the Middle East. I'm talking business people, by the way, not states. I think business people would invest with an option or a view to then take full control at a later period. But they would have to, but these people, they make agreements with, you know, managers, for example. Ralph Ragnick will keep you on as a director. Before you get to the second part of the contract, they get rid of you. So they can't even see out a terms of agreement with somebody. And so I understand when people might come at Nuruddin and they might come at Nuruddin and say, like, you've been negative because, you know, it's out there that they want to sell, and, you know, you're making videos or you're doing streams
I
like
don't
Man
believe
United
it.
are not up for sale and things like that. And I just
I
look at it
don't
and I
believe
think,
it. For me,
yeah,
I'm just
but you
reporting what
don't believe it till you
going
see
on.
it. You don't believe it till you see it,
Yeah,
and that's
I don't.
that's fine to do
It was
that.
the same thing about Rav Ranić when everybody was telling me Rav Ranić is going to be sorting out the Man United football structure. Rav Ranić is going to be a new director of football after the 6 months. I was asking where the detail was.
Yeah, true. Well,
I was
this
asking
is
where
the thing though.
the detail was, and nobody was telling me any detail. Because I already knew the season was because we wrote off the season. When you have interim, you wrote the season. You just basically don't know what you're doing. And what I knew when I hired 4 people, Lucio Ferrer, Rudy Garcia,
Valverde, and
They
Ragnick.
interviewed 4 people. Ralph Ranić only had 10 years, had maybe a season worth coaching. Every one of the other 3 was a coach that was working already. So I'm sorry, I'm not buying this. Sorry. Fool me once, fool me twice. That's on me, mate. You're not fooling me, mate. You're not fooling me twice. Fool me once, give it to you. Fool me twice, and then you know I'm the fool in it. It's on me. Maybe his battery died. Hopefully it'll come back. I want to talk about, the depth of Man United. Yeah, a lot of you were commenting on it. So apparently, we own about 350, I think, 30, maybe 45 million on transfers still. We own. So it's going to be very interesting, people. It's going to be very interesting. And now, Gakpo linked, and apparently Gakpo wants to come to Man United. And the money now apparently is 50 million. Like I said to you guys, I prefer, big up Khalees from Medina Lassie, by the way. Thank you for getting the chats. Big up Chief Editor United Real Therapy. Big up Logan and everybody else who's getting some of the chats. But yeah, here, this is what I was talking about. I'm not clickbaiting anybody. This is what he said. This is his own words. And then Khalees says, trust up. Trust the. If you can define the last decade at Man United, is these words: trust the process. Them people. It's those 4 words define. I'm telling you now, if you're ever to make a documentary about the Glazer ownership, especially in the last decade, that's what it will be called. It'll be called Trust the Process. I'm telling you, that's what it would be called. Trust the process. That's what it would be called. That's what it would be called, man. Big up, Super Nick. I hope you're right well, sis. We're not seeing you lately. I hope you're good. I hope CM is good. I hope everybody's good. Love and light to everybody. Big up. Tell CM to let me know when he's free. Happy to have him on the channel. Love his contribution. Would love to know what he's thinking about the World Cup. The debt is 1.2 billion. Yeah. That's what we are. Big up, Luke Singh, man. Big up. Big up, bro. Big up to everybody. Always love to assist Super Nick. Always love. Glazers are leaving the club is a dream that they have fooled us all for far too long. Glazers leaving the dream. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Glazers leaving the club is a dream. They have fooled us. Exactly. 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 How many times the Glazers and Woodward will say, oh, we need a director of football. We need a director of football. We need a director of football. You remember, I swear to you, from 2017, 2018, every time Man United went on a bad run, Neil Astor will be out there feeding his friends in the press, saying to them, you know what, I need a director of football. Did we have a director of football? We promoted somebody from within the club who's not a director of effing football. Sorry, it's not happening. Exactly, yeah. Big up police from many last year. This is shame on FIFA for adding another competition to these people don't care about. But of course it is. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This World Cup, 32 clubs. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to spin it as a marketing, call it inclusive. The game does not just belong to Europe, it belongs to the world. Nobody's saying that. But where are these players going to find time to play this? So there's not going to be one summer where the players are going to rest. It's crazy. With the Liverpool going, getting 100 million a year shirt deal, United want a more lucrative sponsor. Maybe so. Maybe so. But yeah, FIFA corruption. Listen, FIFA is corrupt just like every other Western and European institution. They're all corrupt. New Men's World Cup will start in 3 years. FIFA announced that. FIFA announced Giuliani Infantino, new Men's Club World Cup will take place in 2025 and it will feature 32 teams. Let me think it will be held. It might be held in Morocco. Sorry, not in Morocco, but it will be held somewhere like Qatar because they've already got the infrastructure. 32 tournament will go ahead making it like a World Cup. Infantino added via big up mocking the fan base. The fan base is part of the annual plan. Of course it is. Of course it is. But yeah, FIFA, greedy FIFA. More money for FIFA, innit? More greedy. Try to rinse football as much as they can. Of course they can. But when the players are gladly taking FIFA millions, it's not more extreme. Well, it might be. Well, the players always going to be greedy. Even when it's not good for you, people that put money in front of people lose. Even they'll sell their own kids. There are people who are willing to sell their own children. So apologies, people, about it. I try to turn it off or try to get it better, but yeah, I don't agree with it. I genuinely don't agree with FIFA setting up Club World Cup. And I know that the first thing they're going to do is going to go down the inclusive. Nah, man, there's nothing inclusive about it. There's nothing inclusive about it. There is nothing inclusive that you're going to burn players out. You're going to burn players out. And some of these players are happy to take all types of money. Logan, I'm going to send an email to the guy who's leading the Rain Group. Big up, Logan. Let us know. Just write, on behalf of Therapy Army, this is what we'd like to know. We would like to know if the Glazers intend to have a full sale or part sale, or they're just looking for investment because they're playing on the emotions of fans who despise and hate them. That's your first paragraph. Players that are aware they're pawns in the system. Yeah, they are. Sky News will give you more about Avram and Joe and how they are as people. I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care how they are. Well, let's hope, Lucy. Let's hope, Lucy, but I don't care about their feelings. I just want them to leave Manchester United. I wish them well, whatever life they go to have. It's not personal. They just own something that we care about. And they've rinsed it. They've rinsed it to the max. And when I was telling people, people were telling me different in spaces. Would you believe that? When I was telling people how the Glazers are mismanaging this club, how they're rinsing this club, people were telling me something different. Something different. That's what it is. Pure. Guys, it's been a pleasure. We've done an hour. The Glazers use the summer window to keep the fans happy, but always forget the Glazers always fool us. Glazers out. Of course they do. Big up Stevie. He says, Bernardin versus Avram Glazer at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Oh my God. You know what? If he ever hit me, I wouldn't even feel any pain. I wouldn't even bleed at all. That's how angry I am at them. I don't want to get any physical with them. You know what I mean? It's not even worth it. He's an old man anyway. Just give him one jab. Part sale with retention power is their aim, but they don't have the leverage anymore. There we go, Super Nick. Always on the money. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. Honestly, it is a disgrace. It is a disgrace. We've had a interesting talk. I'm sorry about the internet. I don't know why the internet's acting up. It could be that internet cables are freezing out here. It could be that people are trying to silence the channel. We've already been shadow banned because we talk openly and honestly about our point of views. So big up to every one of you. Right, hit the like, people. There we go. There we go. Big up Luke Singh, man. Listen, love and like to you. I don't know about the likes. I don't know what's going on. There's been consistently over 80 people in here, and that's what's happening. But big up to every one of you. But just in summary, Avram Glazer's own mouth, he said that they might not want to sell, that trust the process is a process. They might not be going for full sale. He said that out of his words. We talked about that. We talked about Tenhag's comments on the supposed sale, where he's talking about it might be good for investment, and he's talking about Newcastle being coming. And I'm telling Eric Tenhag, wake up, Eric Tenhag. Newcastle have arrived a long time ago. They're not coming. They're here already. I also talked about no company liking the negativity, and did the fan plays play a role in the Teamviewer departure? That's all I put. That's all I put. And I'm giving credit to all those fans who, especially on that Trustpilot, who all those United fans, thousands of us, who basically told them where to go to disassociate themselves from Man United and the Glazers. People are telling me, nah, it's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with it. How do you know? No company likes negativity. I'm sorry. And it got so bad where one of the CEOs of Teamviewer was responding to United fans calling Man U on Twitter. And then obviously the last but not least, we talked about Man UFC in the debt. And apparently, according to Logan, he got some figure, and I trust Logan's point of view. Logan says that we're 1.2 billion in debt. And some of that money is like nearly 400 million is for money we own through transfers. Now, that really is normal because majority of clubs, when they sell players, it's never paying played over the length of the contract. So they'll pay 20 million here, 30 million there, even for big, big transfers that are worth 100 million. There are exceptions to the rule. For example, Harry Maguire, Leicester City insisted we wired that 8 million. I don't think they ever believed. I think Leicester knew that Maguire was crap, like I was calling it out, like people like me, who are just a guy in Hume. What do I know? But I've been watching football and I know what I see, what is shit and what is not, right? And I said, this guy's not for Man United. He's too slow to play high line for Man United. And he's a United defender. But they didn't want it to be installments, Leicester City. They knew what they were selling us a dud. They were selling us a dud. They knew. So they went to that and build them up a new ground. Crazy. Average basic defender. In that market, Harry Maguire would be worth 30 million at the most. 30 million at the most. But Man United wins. It's put the bank. Can't make this shit up. Neil Ashton might be behind the Sky News Glazer sale for sale. Yeah, you don't know that. You don't know that. Maguire is okay as a okay player at best. That's how it is, exactly. Anyway, people, internet's not great. Love and like, take care, peace. Hopefully I'll sort the internet out for the next spot. Tomorrow we'll be doing we might do a preview in the afternoon if you're about, guys, for the first of all, good luck to Morocco and Croatia. Hope Morocco at least finish third. That'd be amazing if they can win tomorrow, that game, 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. If they can win that game, that would be absolutely amazing. And then we'll do a preview tomorrow for the for the final. But peace, love, light. Take care, people. Peace. Bankers out, Glazers out. This is it. Glazer is not about transfer, it's about the survival of the football club. There you go, people. Peace. Yeah, we'll do a Burnley preview as well, obviously. Yeah, we'll be doing that on Sunday night. Peace. Take care, people. Good night. Win, lose, or draw. Glazers out. Bankers out. Smash a like on the video on your way. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. And hit that notification button because it lets you know when we're next live. Peace.